Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we got a fun one for you today. This was requested by somebody. They wanted a whole row to actually appear over a little hero section image when they roll over. So we've got a little image here at the top of the page, and when I roll over the middle of it, we've got a row that's going to appear just like that. And we got 3 modules in it. They can roll over, click it, read it, do what they need to do. Once they roll off that actual row, it's going to disappear back in there again. Really easy to do. No coding involved in this today at all. We're going to do it all with the inbuilt features of the Divi theme. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. And let's add a new little section. I'm going to click on the top section there, little blue button to add a new section. I'm going to make it a regular section. Inside that section, I'm going to use 3 columns in my row. You can put anything you want in your row. And in that first one, I'm going to put a little blurb module. And before I go any further, let's just save that and we'll delete this top section. Okay, my little blurb module, I'm going to keep this fairly simple today. Obviously put your title there, whatever content you want to put in there. I'm going to use an icon rather than an image on mine, so I'm going to go to image and icon. I'm still under content here. I'm going to flip the switch and let's just throw this little icon in. Great. I'm just going to centralize that by going over to design. I'm going to go into the text, and that'll do both the heading and the content there. I'm going to pop that in the middle. If you want to do them separately, you can do so down here. You can change the font. Of course, Divi's got an absolutely crazy amount of fonts. The Audition one, just go in there, roll over it. It'll give you an example. I'm going to leave mine on the default today. And I'm just going to give it a bit of padding all around. You won't really see much on this white background. But when I put the background in and things in a minute, you will. So to do that, I'm going to go into spacing. Padding top, I'm going to give it, say, 20 pixels all around. Just put in the 20, hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side, and we'll do the same for left and right. Just put in the 20, hit the chain. Great. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to turn this all white, including the little icon up there. It'll disappear into that background briefly, but we'll fix that. So to do that, again, I'm going to go into the general text here. I'm going to hit it from dark to light. That'll take care of all the text there. I'm going to make my icon exactly the same color as well, white. Fantastic. Well, we'll save that now. We'll go into the section and we'll put in the actual image that we want to put in. So I've gone into the blue tab for the section on the top left hand side there. Always find background under content. There we go. Insert a background image. I guess I'll use the same one as I did before, that one right there. Great, and we can see that. Now it's not really sticking out as much as I want it to, but we'll fix that in one moment. I'm going to duplicate this. We've got 2 of them on the same column there. I'm going to drag one over to my 3rd column. Of course, you'd have different content for yours. And in this second one, let's just add a little call to action perhaps. Same deal, put your title in there, put what you want your button to say. You may have noticed it's not there, or you may not have noticed because it's not there. That's not going to show up till we put the link in just down below there. Obviously put your content in here. Now to make the button show up, we need to give it a link. I'm just going to put a hashtag in for a placeholder, and as you can see, as soon as I put that in there, it shows up. If you want your whole module to link somewhere, in other words, if they click anywhere other than the button, you can put another link in there, or the same link if you want to. Whereas the button link's only going to work when they click on the button. And any of these modules you can make link to anywhere. They've all got a link under the content there if you need to. Okay, let's take that sort of greeny blue background away. Great. Well, we've got our basic structure here, but because it's a busy picture, some of that text is getting a little bit lost there. It's not too bad. So I'm going to go into the row itself now, the green tab. I'm going to go into my first column. I'm going to give it a background. Remember I said content, background's always under content there. I'm going to make it black. But I'm going to take a little bit of that opacity away by clicking on the black field. And this variegated slider here, I'm going to take it down to about halfway. So we can see some of that image bleeding through, but we can read that text nice and clearly. Fantastic. Now, rather than repeat that for both of our other columns, I'm just going to right click on the one column here. I'm going to say extend item styles to this row. Bingo. And we've now got the same background in all of those. Now there's slightly different heights there, so what we can do here, if you've got different amounts of content, because we're putting the background color in the actual columns themselves, we can go into sizing, equalize column heights, and it'll adjust to the deepest column, and they'll all be the same height there. Fantastic. Okay, well, while we're in the row here, let's do our little hover effect. And what I'm going to do, so I'm going to close up sizing here. We're going to go down to filters. And like I say, there's no coding involved in this today. It's all done with the inbuilt features of Divi. So once we're in the filters, I'm going to go down to opacity. 100% is fully visible. 0% is invisible. So when the page starts out, I want it to start out invisible. Then when they hover over it, and this is common to all Divi modules, rows and sections, if you hover up over the dark writing within any module, row or section, you'll see these little icons appear. If there's an arrow, we can click on it and have a desktop state when the mouse is not on it, and a hover state when the mouse is on it. When they put their mouse on it, I want it to roll back in. Now these hover effects will work fine on tablet and mobile. The only thing is you'll have to actually click on it rather than tap on it, and it'll do the same thing. So I'm going to turn this off on tablet and mobile. I'm just going to have them static. We'll just have the hover effect for our desktop site. To do that, we can roll over the opacity again. Let's put it on desktop mode. And you'll notice there's a little icon there. It looks like a mobile phone. If we bring that up, we can go to tablet view. I'm going to change that to 100% so that our modules appear. Now, like I say, it will work on tablet. They'll just have to tap on it, but they've got no reason to know there's anything there to tap on. So I'm going to do the same on mobile. Hit the little mobile phone icon. Just make sure that's up at 100% as well. And this is what we'll have on mobile. Great. Well, let's flip back to desktop. Now the time it takes, I can turn our responsive devices off now. The time it takes by default with Divi to get from desktop to hover is 300 milliseconds, which is pretty quick. I like to slow mine down for a bit of drama. And with all these modules, you can do that quite easily by going over to the advanced, down to transitions. There's our default 300 milliseconds, just under a third of a second there. I'm going to take mine up to, let's take it up to a second, 1000 milliseconds. You can slide, you can type in a value. You can also increment up and down with the little arrows at the end there. Don't want any delay. I want it to happen as soon as they put their mouse on it, or at least start to happen. And the transition speed curve I like to use for my hover effects is ease in, ease out. They'll all work. They're all subtly different. Some things will work better than others in certain situations, so do check them out. But generally for my hover effects, I use that ease in, ease out. Okay, well, we should be good to go now. If I save my changes, hit the little purple button at the bottom, make sure the page changes are saved. Let's exit the visual builder. And there we have it. We've got that little image at the top there. When I hover anywhere over the row, it's going to take a second for them to fade in. Anytime my mouse is over them, they'll be staying there anywhere on this row. They can go in, they can click the button, read the content, etc. When they take their mouse off, it's going to fade back into the image there. Like I say, great little feature. And as you saw on tablet and mobile, they'll be there all the time. But if you choose, you can do this on tablet or mobile, and they'll just have to tap on it. Now you could set a little section down below or a little row down below or module that says tap here, tap above for more info if you wanted to use those perhaps on tablet or mobile. So there we go. I hope that's answered that question. I hope that's what you were looking for there. Really easy little thing to do. Really nice little feature to have on your site. As you can see, people can roll over, see the information, click on any call to actions, and then when they're done, it's going to disappear back in there. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. Now please don't get upset if I don't answer your questions. I think we're up to 24,000 subscribers and 5 or 6 million views. So I do my best, but sometimes I can't get to all of these, but please put them down there. They're really useful to me and give me ideas for new videos that may help you out. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.